आओ सब लोग चाय पियो, फ्रेश टी.
Yes, coming after.
Right from here.
चाय के बागानों से निकली हुई पत्ती की सीधी चाय, बिल्कुल बागानों के बीच में.
उसके बाद वो थैला पकड़ाने भी गए, चलो पत्तियाँ भी दो.
Particularly for bikers like us, it's a dream destination. From Pollachi to Valparai, it's got 40 hairpin bands, and the tarmac is of racetrack quality.
Well, it was an experience of a different sort because I wasn't just riding, I was shooting as well. So to shoot other people taking turns on twisties and hairpin bends was really amazing experience for me.
Riding from Munnar to Thekri on those beautiful green tea estates and on those twisty roads was a dream come true for me. Riding in mountains is a great learning experience. एक छोटी सी गलती बहुत भारी पड़ सकती है.
Kerala, as everybody knows, is God's own country, and they don't say it for nothing.
Greenery. It was like carpeted throughout. Not just the greenery. ऐसा लग रहा था हम किसी पेंटिंग का हिस्सा हैं. साउथ का पूरा बेल्ट है, उसको भगवान ने पूरी फुर्सत में पेंट किया है. It was amazing.
We also went through various sanctuaries and forest reserves like Bandipur and Annamalai. At one point we also heard a lion roar.
Never encountered any big cat before. But to be able to hear a tiger roar, that too in the middle of jungle, it was amazing.
I have actually traded my Bandit for the SLK, and it is not a bad trade at all. It's, I believe, the perfect bargain, and I've ended up finding some very good roads and really enjoyed the SLK. This is almost a superbike on four wheels, almost because it needs space of a car on the road, but otherwise it is as quick, as nimble and as enjoyable as a good superbike on twisty roads.
Some of the best roads in India to ride on is from Munnar to Thekri.
As you can see, this road is running right through a forest, and started from Munnar going to Thekri, which is also called Kumeli. It's 70 kilometers from here, and it's a very nice Jurassic Park kind of environment. See some cows also on the road, which we have to avoid. If you can see right there, middle of the road. He's the man over here, right, which you can see, and yes, he's trying to cover up his nice smooth head. I will just expose it like this. So this is much more grander than those.
Than anything.
No, those bike launches from which they, unveil, they pull off the sheets.
Amazing stretch to be on, and what else? Just enjoying, and hopefully by the end of this trip, though I started as a non-rider, I'm eventually becoming a rider. I've already learned how to lean on stretches, especially on mountains, so I'm pretty comfortable. Though only on the write-up bike, which is KTM, and I'm really loving the bike so far.
ये कहना गलत नहीं होगा कि ये 7-8 दिन हम सबके लिए एक ऐसी प्रिंट छोड़ गए हमारे दिमाग में जो कि भूलना आसान नहीं होगा। द स्टेट ऑफ केरल इज़ फेमस फॉर इट्स ग्रीनरी, लेकिन जो हमने बाइक्स पे देखा, रोड पे एक्सपीरियंस किया, जो हमने लोकल शॉप्स पे खाना खाया और जो जंगलों के बीच में चाय पी, उसकी फील किसी भी फोटोग्राफ या वर्ड्स में एक्सप्रेस करना मुश्किल है। और वही एक चीज़ है जो कि बाइकर ढूंढता है, वही एक चीज़ है जो कि हम भी यहाँ पे एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे थे। इनफैक्ट हर कोई एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा था, और यही एक चीज़ है जो कि अमेजिंग थी।
नेम मुझे नहीं दिख रहा था, उन्हें कैसे दिख रहा है, मैं ये समझना चाहता हूँ।
ये गुप्ता जी है, ये दो आंखों के अलावा सर से भी देख रहे ले।
लेकिन जो भी हो, गुप्ता जी लेट अपेक्स करने के बाद भी इनकी बैंडेड को ना बड़ा स्मूथली ले जा रहे हैं। मतलब देयर इज नो सडन जर्क और एनीथिंग, ही इज जस्ट गोइंग, जो आप बोल रहे हो, ही इज जस्ट गोइंग। यहाँ पे जैसे लेफ्ट टर्न है तो ही जस्ट गोज ऑन द अदर लेन, बट देन ही कम्स बैक टू द लेफ्ट लेन आफ्टर द एज सून एज ही एंटर्स द टर्न।
अरे तो मैं अपनी स्पीड उससे उस हिसाब से ज़्यादा नहीं रख रहा ना, इतना टाइम रख रहा हूँ कि मुझे एकदम से भी कोई आ गया तो मेरे पास बहुत सारा टाइम हो बचने के लिए।
जय बाइकर बाबा की जय हो।
आई एम द मैन।
We know that you are the man. All of us are the men.
The man.
But you are
The man and the masters of the universe वाला बात।
Hi, good morning. I'm Nitin David and I'm riding with the XBHP team on the Grand Indian road trip today. I've been picked to ride the Thekadi to Trivandrum route by Castrol Power One.
Hi, good morning from Kumili. We had a nice night out here in Thekadi, and today we head to Trivandrum, where we are still to decide the route that we are going to take. The discussion between Gupta ji and Old Fox is going on, and let's see whether we choose Mundkayam or Kottayam, the two options that we have right in front of us.
Kutti Kanam to right,
Kottayam to left.
to left. I go straight for Kanjurapalli.
चंगन सिरी अदूर।
I always wanted to ride with a group and see how it feels. This is it ride. 5 bikes in line, beautiful twisties, and a very very responsive, smart little monster here. So having fun so far.
Hi guys, I'm Remy. I've been a part of Trivandrum XPSP for the last 3 years now, and I've been enjoying each and every moment of it. Every single ride, every single moment spent with the members over here. It's been a pleasure.
I'm also a member of XBHB for the past 3 to 4 years. I love you guys.
A lot of people have turned up to receive us at the border of Trivandrum, just before Trivandrum, and it's an awesome feeling.
As expected, sultry, hot, and a little nice wind occasionally. And this is awesome, like the number of people who just turned up here to meet it.
Tiruvananthapuram, we got a very heartwarming welcome from the bikers over there. A few of them had ridden off from quite long distances to catch up with us and to ride up with us into town.
That was the only gathering where people actually received us at that large number.
The next morning we had a group ride to Nair Dam, which is about 40-45 odd kilometers from the city. It was a beautiful place. The weather was hot, but the feeling of being together as a group, I mean, just makes it very easy for you to ignore the weather, the heat, the humidity, or whatever.
After having covered God's own land, we entered Tamil Nadu and reached Kanyakumari. Well, I cannot express what I felt upon reaching there. Totally euphoric, totally happy having done half of the GIR.
Kanyakumari is very important psychological checkpoint for any India ride, for any biker. And for me it was wonderful to reach Kanyakumari for the third time on a 1000cc bike. First time it was in Great Indian Road Trip on the Fireblade, second time it was on the R1 in 2009, and third time it was this time on the FZ1.
Quite a few of the bikers from Thiruvananthapuram accompanied us to Kanyakumari.
The view of the ocean around is amazing. I'm enjoying to the hilt. The GIR has been a very life-enriching experience for me till now, and I expect it to be wonderful in days to come. This is awesome, I tell you. GIR rocks. Bye-bye. The most beautiful sunset that I have personally seen ever.
The journey so far has been outstanding, and it has given me many unforgettable moments.
And the morning shoots which has been happening, some of the places which Sunny has shown us is completely out of this world. I'm very thankful to him for this, for showing us the natural beauty and the surroundings. He knows places like, means he has the photographic mind, so he knows where to click what and where to go for it. Of course, yes, while he was clicking, I was enjoying the nature, I was enjoying the beauty. So again, thanks to Sunny for showing us these amazing places.
The roads overall have improved tremendously in this country, and so has electronic connectivity out here. We haven't had a single break in network coverage or internet coverage across this nation, which is quite an achievement and which is quite a change from what it was something like 4 years ago.
This is the 22nd day of the Grand Indian Road Trip, and I'm standing at Land's End, the southernmost tip of Indian mainland, which is Kanyakumari. And there's nothing around me except open waters. The only option left to go ahead on a bike is to take it on a boat and just go on. In the last, what I've seen in the last 22 days on the road has been a revelation and has surpassed my expectations. What I expected from the trip as a rider, what I expected as a trip for XBHP, for motorcycling, as an ecosystem in India. it's one of the most beautiful places on earth if you know where to go. Just head off the open highways, into the country roads, and you'll be greeted with warm people, amazing scenery, which is far, if not better, than most of the countries that I've traveled around the world.
From this point onwards, we're gonna go head back towards the place we started. Another 25-26 days to go. Lots of work to do, lots of pictures to take, lots of videos to edit, and I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it.
Chennai again is rather scattered, almost like Delhi.
जैसा कि आप देख पा रहे हैं, पूरे दिन के हार्ड वर्क के बावजूद हम लोग हंसते हैं, बैठते हैं, मज़े लेते हैं एक दूसरे से, और यही एक खुशी है राइड की, यही एक मोटिवेशन है राइड को कैरी ऑन करने का, सारे काम करने का, बिकॉज एज अ टीम काफ़ी मज़ा आता है काम करने में, और ये कुछ लेके आए हैं और आती है।
क्या हो क्या रहा फिलहाल?
कुछ नहीं है, मरीन बीच में रुके हैं, कुछ मीडिया वाले, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया वाले शूटिंग करवाने आए हैं, अभी तक तो आए नहीं। फिलहाल हम अपनी शूटिंग कर रहे हैं। बहुत कम मौके ऐसे मिलते हैं, थोड़ा सा मस्ती करने का मौका होता है। नहीं तो देयर आर सर्टन स्पॉन्सरशिप कमिटमेंट्स टुवर्ड्स द स्पॉन्सर्स फॉर श्योर, वो भी ज़रूरी है, बिकॉज उन्हीं की वजह से स्पेशली कोलेस्ट्रॉल हमारी राइड चल रही है और इतनी सक्सेसफुली अभी तक चल रही है।
After Mumbai, Pune and the wonderful sceneries of the south, we thought it's gonna be very boring towards the return. But it was the time when the surprises started.
Chennai, we had two very interesting things happen to us. One was we visited the Enfield factory.
रॉयल एनफील्ड सिर्फ एक बाइक नहीं है, एक धर्म है पूरे बाइकर्स के बीच में. देयर आर पीपल हु आर रेडी टू स्वेयर बाय रॉयल एनफील्ड, हु आर रेडी टू डाई beside their Royal Enfield.
And there's a lot of legacy attached to this factory as such. It is a factory which was built in about 1954 and it has been there since then. There's a whole lot of old-fashioned human touch involved in the making of a bullet. No wonder people are so loyal to this brand.
एक और चीज़ जो रॉयल एनफील्ड को बाकी फैक्ट्री से अलग करती है वो है माता सरस्वती का मंदिर. रॉयल एनफील्ड का ये सोचना है, उनकी ये फर्म बिलीफ है कि रॉयल एनफील्ड बाइक इज़ नॉट अ प्रोडक्ट, इट्स एन आर्ट. दैट इज़ द रीज़न वाई दे हैव अ ब्यूटिफुल टेम्पल ऑफ गॉडेस सरस्वती.
He has been doing this for 18 years and there are 3 people who does this. So essentially what it means that all the Royal Enfields which you see on the road, they have been painted by 3 people, only by 3 people, and one of those is him. So it's quite an honor to meet him, and this goes beyond what we think of handmade bikes like the Ducatis and all. This is the real stuff, this is handmade stuff, this is art. And so how many tanks or components you paint in one day?
One day 80 tanks.
80 tanks.
80 numbers of tanks and then 80 sets of toolboxes.
80 sets of toolboxes. Both sides. 160 those. Yes. And 80 of them. And he never goes wrong. So that's beyond Six Sigma.
Now that's what I call real Indian muscle. We could meet a certain gentleman who tunes the engine of all the Enfields just by listening to the sound of the engine. Now that's a real genius.
चारों तरफ एनफील्ड ही एनफील्ड, जिधर नज़र घुमाओ उधर ही रॉयल एनफील्ड बाइक खड़ी हुई है। रॉयल एनफील्ड की प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी इतनी ज़्यादा है कि जैसे ही एक नई बाइक बनकर आती है और जहाँ उनको जगह मिलती है वो वहाँ पे खड़ी कर देते हैं उस बाइक को।
This factory visit has made my day and is definitely one of the highlights of the whole trip.
Now today when I leave from here, I would have more to cherish, more to enjoy and probably more love towards a Royal Enfield.
It's always a pleasure and amazing experience to see bikes being assembled from scratch and how everything gets collected and a machine gets ready for us.
Thanks to Castrol. It was my first time in the Royal Enfield factory. Today I experienced the real Indian muscle in the making. So thanks again.
In cars and bikes, easier road. You came to our stall?
We also had the chance of meeting a very interesting personality over here by the name of Subhash Chandra Bose. He is, I believe, in his late 60s and he used to be one of those very successful, very dynamic motorcycle racers in his time, which was in the 70s, 80s and right up to early 90s. Between 1974 and 1994, Mr. Subhash Chandra Bose never lost a single